Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And welcome to today's contest where Blackford is playing host to the Southwood Knights here in Hartford City, Indiana. The Knights got a little bit of a late arrival, arrived at about 5:15 and actually started taking field immediately, getting warmed up. I don't believe they actually saw any batting cage time before they got here. But the umpires are giving their instructions to the head coach and answering any questions. So we'll go ahead and get into the lineup today for the visiting Southwood Knights. The second baseman batting first, number 26, Mason Yentes. Number 33, Clayton Wells, will be at shortstop. The catcher, number 11, Gabe Lloyd. Batting cleanup, the third baseman, number 28, Cam Ball. The left fielder, number 25, Lucas Topliff. Number 31, the pitcher, Logan Barley. Number 23, Alex Farr, will be at first base. The right fielder, number 2, Tanner Hartley. And the center fielder, number 14, Carson Rich. That's all I've got for the Southwood Knights. They didn't give me a complete list of their players, so I may have to scramble and try to find some for the rest of the team, or they just may be playing with 9 players. I'm not real sure. So let's get into the Blackford Bruins starting lineup. A little bit different tonight, as the Bruins are missing one of their players due to an injury. Peyton Hurd broke his hand in the very first game, the very first at-bat, and the very first pitch. Took a pitch to the hand and later found out that it was broken. So he's in a cast and will be out for a couple of weeks. So let's get into the lineup and see the difference that's going on here on the field. Number 8, Shane Elam, will still have the leadoff duties and on the roster. And Braxton Strait, number 2, the catcher, is a little different from his normal shortstop position. Number 10, Caleb Mealy, will be at pitcher today, followed by the cleanup, number 13, Dayton Dow, out in left field. Number 6, Blaine Riddle on second. Designated hitter, Jake Ross, will be in that slot, and Colton McNeil will be playing third base for him. The shortstop, Drew Caldwell, the freshman, getting the call tonight, and that is definitely a difference. So Drew will be interesting to watch and see him. I've seen him play at the lower levels, but this will be the first time I've gotten the chance to see him play out on a high school field. Number 23, Tyler Cagle, will be at first, and last in the lineup, number 5, Charlie Cranston, will be out in right field. And the national anthem was already played by the girls who are playing across the way. You can probably see them in the background of the screen today. And I will try to keep up with them and give you as much updates as I can. And we also have tennis going on here at Blackford County. So jam-packed day full of high school sports here in Hartford City at Blackford High School. And while we're going through the lineups, we'll go ahead and get into some of our sponsors until we get the first pitch of the game.
Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials. Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong Ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials. While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco bread sticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme Donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you.
And we're back, and the Bruins are just finishing up their warm-ups. The Bruins will be in gray. The Knights will be in red for this evening. And as I said, Mealy will be your starting pitcher, and Braxton Strait will be the catcher for the game. And it looks like they're telling Mealy that he has to take off his arm sleeve off of his pitching arm. And once we get finished with the warm-ups, then we'll get into this game. But for now, let's go ahead and... Nope, we're going down, so we'll just go ahead and stay right here. And we'll keep this game live for as long as we can and get the commercials when we need to. The girls' game going on over there. It looked like Bluffton was doing a good job of hitting off of the pitcher. I believe it's Kaylee Sills over there. But I don't think there's been any scores yet. Now, like I said, once we have some updates, I will give them to you. And we're going to play ball here. First pitch right on the outside corner, strike one. And up to bat is the second baseman, Mason Yentes, number 26 for the Knights. Immediately throws one in there, just a little low and inside, ball one. Mealy, the sophomore pitcher, also performs catching duties, and he puts one right down the middle on the low end for strike two. A 1-2 count for Mealy. And that pitch fouled off. Yentes just able to get enough of it to foul it straight into the ground and stay alive at this at bat. On deck, we're going to have number 33, Clayton Wells, the shortstop for the Knights. And Mealy puts one in just a bit high for ball two. A 2-2 count now for Yentes. And that pitch comes in just high and inside for the third ball, bringing the count to full. Mealy puts that one in high for ball four, giving Yentes the walk. Not really how the Bruins wanted to start, but we'll have to make best do with what we have. So Yentes on first now, Wells on at bat, and we're going to have Gabe Lloyd, the catcher, on deck. And Wells squares up to bunt, but draws it back for ball one. Yentes with about an 8 to 10 foot lead. Mealy trying to pick off move, throws it just a little bit away. Cagle able to snag it and keep it in front. And Yentes stays where he's at. Again, Yentes with a little bit shorter lead this time, but not by much. Mealy with the pitch on the outside, ball 2. Mealy now with 4 straight pitches, 4 straight ball calls. Mealy checking out Yentez on first and lets that pitch go high, and Yentez starts to go, and Braxton Straight with the throw to Caldwell with plenty of time, and he's out of here. 1 out now for the Bruins. I believe that third pitch was called a ball. Going to make it a 3-0 count now for Wells. Yep, a 3-0 count the umpire is showing. And Mealy now just worrying about the pitcher, and he throws that one way outside for ball 4. So Mealy walks the second batter in a row. And we've got number 11, Gabe Lloyd, the catcher, up to bat. So Wells sitting out there on first. Mealy's walked 2 straight, but the Bruins have an out. Straight catching Yentez on the steal. And Wells getting a shorter lead off and now bringing it back towards first base. Mealy throws one low for ball 1. And we've got timeout called by Ugan, probably to go out there and calm down Mealy. And while we do that, let's go ahead and talk about Clear Choice Chiropractic. If you're suffering from neck or back pain, or suffering from migraines, or you just have a colicky baby, call Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic. They have many techniques to relieve these and many more symptoms with chiropractic care. Located at 1501 North Walnut in Hartford City. And Ugan's still out there talking to his sophomore pitcher. And it looks like they're finishing up. Team giving him a little pat, telling him to keep it up and to let them help him out on defense. Now Wells back with he's getting an even bigger lead this time. He's still extending it out. Mealy not even giving him a look yet. Mealy turns around. Now he's going back. Mealy tries the pickoff move. It bounces off of Cagle, and Wells is gone. He was on to second base before Cagle could even get to the ball, letting Wells have second base. So now Wells on second. Lloyd with a 1-0 count, 1 out for the Knights. And Wells has a very large lead at second. Caldwell up behind him. And they've got him in a bit of a pickle. McNeil out. And McNeil back to Mealy. And Wells is caught stealing for the second out of the inning. So 2 straight outs for the Bruins, both caught stealing outs. So the Bruins, although have walked 2 straight batters, have gotten them both out because the Knights have been caught with their hand in the cookie jar. 2 outs, a 1-0 count now for Lloyd. No batters, no runners on. And that pitch comes in, hits the outside corner, strike 1. A 1-1 count now for Lloyd. Mealy set. Starts the wind up. Delivers the pitch. And that's a curveball. And hits in there for strike 2. That ball had great movement. Started up by the head and dropped down to the knees on Lloyd. And that pitch comes in, a fastball, and Lloyd fouls it off. Staying in the bat. A 1-2 count for Lloyd. Mealy out of the windup. The pitch is delivered. It's a curveball and hits the dirt just in front of Straight. A 2-2 count now. 2-2 count now for Lloyd. Mealy out of the windup. Delivers that pitch, and it's a high ball, but gets Lloyd swinging for the third out of the inning. And we'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Locally owned, Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straight's Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koppel's Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And we're back, and the catcher just now getting out onto the field, so I believe he's going to take maybe one or two pitches here before he goes down. And while we're at that, we'll go ahead and do another ad read. Foundations Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana for drywall, steel studs, and Armstrong ceiling and insulation. Founded on principle and built on purpose. Contact Aaron Farrell at 260-471-2181. And it looks like the catcher is going to take one down to second on the next pitch. And while we're at it, number 8, Shay Neelam, going to be the lead off, followed by Braxton Strait, Caleb Mealy, and the cleanup, Dayton Dow. And it looks like Shane's ready, and the Knights are finishing up. And it looks like they've dropped the ball, so they're just going to throw it in now. So the 3 up, 3 down for the Knights. 2 walks with 2, both of them caught stealing, and then the catcher, Lloyd, struck out swinging. And the pitch comes in for Elam, strike 1. 0-1 count now for Elam. And the pitcher out of the stretch. And Elam pops one up, and it's going to be on the infield. Second base is calling it out, and he makes the catch, and it's good. That's for the first out of the inning. For Elam, and up to bat, we're going to have the catcher, number 2, Braxton Strait.
Now batting for your Bruins, let's stand for number 2, Braxton Strait.
And Braxton just now getting to the plate. And again, the Knights pitcher, Logan Barley, out of the stretch. And Strait hits one up the gap for a base hit. Just a little single out of it. And that's going to put a runner on for the Bruins. And we're going to have the pitcher, number 10, Caleb Mealy, batting third. And Strait going, and fielder's choice lets him have it. Nobody there to receive the throw from the catcher, and he's upstanding on that steal. So Barley, your pitcher, I believe it was Lloyd is the catcher for the Knights, and Strait has a lead off. Mealy, that pitch just hits the outside corner. Strike 2. So an 0-2 count now for Mealy. Strait on second, 1 out for the Bruins. And Lloyd with the pitch, and that one comes high and inside for a little chin music, and ball 1. So a 1-2 count now for Mealy. 1 out for the Bruins. I did not have time today to research the stats on the players, and Mealy goes down looking with the third strike. And that's going to be the second out of the inning for the Bruins. And up to bat, we're going to have the cleanup, Dayton Dow, the lefty. And Braxton still with a lead. Short, long, and that pitch comes in, a curveball, and just foul. That ball was headed straight down the first base line and just went foul. And everybody's back to their normal position. Straight was taken off, ready to score on that one and give the Bruins an early lead. But here we are living for another pitch, and that pitch comes in, called ball 1. A 1-0 count, a 1-1 count for Dow. 2 outs for the Bruins, straight on second. The Knights, shortstop and second baseman, playing cat and mouse with Straight. And the pitcher with the pickoff and does not throw the ball. So Straight Dow again with another lead off. And Dow hits one to the first baseman. And the first baseman runs back and is able to get the out. That looked really close from up here. But, again, I'm not the umpire, and I don't have the best view of it, so that's going to be the third out of the inning. And we'll be back right after this word from our sponsors.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asks, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m.
And we're back here at Bruin Field. Sorry for interrupting that commercial, but the game must go on. And Mealy with his first pitch, a curveball on the inside, ball 1. Mealy's second pitch, straight down the middle, fastball, swing and a miss, strike 2. And up to bat, it looks like we're going to have number 28, Cam Ball, the third baseman, and that third pitch comes in, strike 2. Mealy running these pitches through one after another, not much break in between. A 1-2 count now for Ball, and Mealy out of the windup. That curveball comes in and hit the third base. Colton McNeil able to make the throw to first, and he's out. So that's the first out of the inning. Up to bat, we're going to have number 25, Lucas Topliff, the left fielder for the Knights. Mealy out of the windup. That pitch comes in, hits the inside corner, strike one. Mealy still out of the windup. Again, pitch after pitch, not much break in between. And there's one down the left field line again to Colton McNeil, and he's able to make the throw and gets the second out of the inning. So the Bruins just working through batters here in the top of the second. So 2 up, 2 down, both ground outs to Colton McNeil at third. And we're back. Mealy again, rattling off these pitches. That one hits the inside corner for strike one. Mealy not missing the strike zone much this top of the second inning. 0-1 count now. And that curveball hits the strike zone. And that's an 0-2 count now for Logan Barley, the pitcher. And Mealy throws a fastball, straight down the pipe. And Barley fouls it off, just missing a few fans in his own dugout. And 0-2 count still for Barley. Mealy still out of the windup, throwing those pitches, and that pitch comes straight back to me for the second foul of this at-bat. An 0-2 count still for Barley. 2 outs for the Knights. And Mealy still rattling off these pitches, and that curveball comes in, and Barley is hit by the pitch, giving him that base. That is Mealy's first pitched ball that wasn't a strike of this half inning. Mealy now out of the stretch. The Knights with a short lead off. Nope, he's running back. And it looks like you can see first base from the camera angle here. And that pitch comes in straight down the middle. Straight tries to pick him off at first, but Barley able to get back in time. Up at bat, we do have number 23, Alex Farr, the first baseman for the Knights. And that first pitch was a strike. So an 0-2 count now for Farr. And Barley back out to an early lead. Mealy just checking him out and goes ahead with the pitch, and that pitch is hit, and it's going to be foul, out of play. So still an 0-2 count, and the umpire throws one wild back to the outfield judge. Mealy with only 2 pitches called for a ball, one that hit the batter and the other one called ball that was a curve ball that just must have missed the corners. So an 0-2 count now for Farr, and that pitch just a little low for his third ball call of the half inning. A 1-2 count now for Farr. Barley on first with a hefty lead just to the cut of the grass. And that pitch just down on the outside gets him swinging. And that's going to end the half inning with a strikeout. And we'll be back after these words.
Foundation's Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
Locally owned, Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Strait, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And we're back as the Southwood Knights finish up their warm-up. We are going to have number 6, Blaine Riddle, followed by Jake Ross, Drew Caldwell, and Tyler Cagle coming up. The Bruins nor the Knights able to get anything going. So far, Mealy's recorded 2 strikeouts and 3 walks. No hits so far. And the Knights pitcher, Barley, has 1 hit and 1 strikeout so far in the game. So, Blaine Riddle up to bat, looking to get the Bruins going here in the bottom of the second. And Barley still out of the stretch. Receives the call, delivers the pitch, and just hits the outside corner, strike 1. And again, straight out of the stretch, delivers the pitch, another one way outside, ball 1. A 1-1 count now for Riddle. The leadoff for the top bottom of the second. I still don't have an update for the girls. I hope to get one here real soon. And that one in the dirt, ball 2. A 2-1 count now for Riddle. Barley out of the stretch, taking a lot more time than what Mealy was. And that pitch is drove deep. High fly ball to left field. And it's out of here. Riddle with a bomb to left field. Hits his first home run of the season as he comes in to get his greeting from his teammates. And there they are. A nice shot. That pitch just perfect. Right at the knees, just a little above. And Riddle blasts it to left field. Jake Ross, now your batter.
Designated hitter number 17, Jake Ross.
And a curveball in the dirt gives him ball 1. Barley still pitching out of the stretch. No runners on. 1-0 lead now for the Bruins. And that pitch just hits the outside corner on the low end for strike 1. A 1-1 count now for Ross. No outs for the Bruins. A 1-0 lead after that shot by Riddle. Barley puts that one down the middle, and Ross gets out in front of it, and that's going to be strike 2. A 1-2 count now for Ross. A curveball gets him swinging for strike 3. And that's going to be the first out of the inning, and Ross did not look good trying to stretch out for that one. And that pitch on the outside, way outside, and they get the strike call. That pitch was on the batter's box and still called strike 1. 2-1, top of the second. Nope, make that 3-1, top of the second for the Lady Bruins. And that pitch, as I was reading the update, Caldwell takes ball 1. Drew Caldwell, the only freshman on the roster, playing shortstop duties. And that pitch comes in and hits the outside corner again. Strike 2. A 1-2 count now for Caldwell. 1 out. Barley taking plenty of time out of the stretch. Delivers the curveball, and Drew reaches out there and just gives it a poke for it to go foul. Still a 1-2 count now for Caldwell. Barley still out of the stretch. The pitch comes in, and he hits another one over to second. And that's going to be an easy 4-3 for the second out of the game. Second out of this half inning. Up to bat, Tyler Cagle. Cagle, the senior on the team. Playing first base today, and he swings and a miss. Strike 1. Cagle due for a big hit. And he drives one up the middle. The second baseman able to keep it in front of him, but unable to make the throw to get the out. So a hard hit ball definitely kept in front of the second baseman for the Knights. A good play, just not able to get up and make the throw. Charlie Cranston, number 5, the right fielder, up to bat now. Another lefty on the team. And Barley with the pitch, and that pitch outside, ball 1. And Cagle with not much of a lead off, and that pitch comes high, ball 2. A 2-0 count now for Cranston. Cagle's sitting out on first with only about a 6 to 7 foot lead. Now extending it. The pitch comes in, another high outside pitch, ball 3. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight ball calls for Barley. And now a 3-0 count for Cranston. And Cagle again with about a 6 foot lead, extending it out to about 8. The pitch comes in, and that one is definitely a strike. The first strike of this at-bat for Barley. Definitely some fans in the stands on this beautifully warm evening here in Hartford City. And Cranston squares up to bunt, but pulls it back. And that is called strike 2. Fans still with some cold weather gear on, some sweatshirts. I see some sock hats out there in the Knights bench. And Cranston swings and misses for strike 3, and that's the third out of the inning. And again, we'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koffels Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And straight giving the sign to go down. And we're going to be leading off this half inning with number 2, Tanner Hartley, the right fielder, Carson Rich, and then back to the top of the lineup with Mason Yentes. Having a little trouble getting my words twisted, but we'll get it figured out here as soon as possible. So the Bruins with a lead after a shot to deep left field by Blaine Riddle, giving the Bruins that 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. The leadoff hit and leadoff home run is how you want to start. And as I said, Tanner Hartley, the right fielder, up to bat for the Knights. Mealy's still your pitcher, and that pitch again is way outside, but the umpire calling them strikes. That pitch was on the inside of the left-handed batter's box. So if you're the Bruins, you want to be throwing everything out there on that outside and forcing Southwood to swing at those outside pitches. And Mealy throws one on the inside for a 1-2 count. Mealy the third one, and that one's hit to right field, and Cranston there to make the catch. So one out for the Bruins now. And the bottom of the lineup for the Knights, Carson Rich, is up to bat.
Now batting, the center fielder number 14, Carson Rich.
On deck will be Mason Yentes, the top of the lineup, and his first pitch is out, is swing and a miss. Strike one. Mealy back to the quick pitches, no breaks in between, and that pitch high for ball one. And Mealy back after that little bobble with the ball, and that pitch comes in and just misses the strike zone for ball two. So a 2-1 count now. It doesn't look like you get the same calls on the left-handed or the right-handed batter's box as you do the left-handed batter's box, as Mealy extends the count to 2-2. And that pitch high to bring it full count now for Rich. And the pitch comes in right down the middle to ring him up, swinging or looking. And that's 2 outs for the Knights, and that's Mealy's third strikeout of the game. And back to the top of the lineup we go with Mason Yentes. The pitch comes in, and he drives it to shortstop. Caldwell there to make the play, but falls down and is unable to make the throw over to first. So that's going to be the first hit of the game. Mealy giving up his first hit in the top of the third inning to Mason Yentes. Number 33, Clayton Wells, the shortstop, up to bat. Yentes again with a large lead just to the edge of the cut. Not extending it much more. Got caught stealing his last time on base. And Mealy tries to pick off, and Yentes is back easy. One thing I'll give the top two in the order. Oh, and he is extending his lead now to the edge of the cut. And the pitch comes in, and that ball's fouled off behind the booth. Strike one. One thing I will give these Knights is that their top two are some of the fastest kids. Again, Wells up to bat. And it looks like straight's on that outside corner, and they don't give him the strike that time. A 1-1 count. That ball just a little high. Mealy out of the stretch. Yentes with a larger lead now, just over the cut. And that pitch comes in, swing and a miss. Strike two. 2 outs for the Knights. A 1-2 count now for Wells. Yentez on first, getting a large lead now, just past the cut. And Mealy with the curveball just misses the strike zone, ball 2. A 2-2 count now for Wells. 2 outs for the Knights. Down by 1 in the top of the third. Mealy with the pitch, and that ball comes in. And Wells fouls it off. That pitch was just on the inside, and Wells swings and just barely catches a hold of it enough to foul it off behind the booth. Yentez extending his lead, and Mealy misses the outside. Ball 3. A 3-1 count now for Wells. Yentez with a large lead, not afraid to extend it. And Mealy delivers that pitch high for ball 4. Another walk for Mealy. Yentez goes to second. Wells now on first, and Gabe Lloyd, the catcher, is up to bat.
Now batting the catcher, number 11, Gabe Lloyd.
Lloyd just now approaching the plate. Yentez starting to get his lead off. Extending it. And Mealy with the pitch, and just hits the outside, strike 1. And Mealy just needs to stay on that outside corner and get that umpire to continue giving him that strike call, and we will be just fine here at Bruin Field. Mealy starts the pickoff move, but goes ahead and keeps the ball. And now we have timeout called, and Ugin is going out to talk. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your local newspaper with local news about local people. Pick your copy up at multiple locations in Hartford City and Montpelier. Published every Tuesday with yearly subscriptions available. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Call Danny at 765-251-4903. And the meeting on the mound is finished. Not a very long one, just enough to maybe calm Mealy down and get him just to throw a few more strikes to end this inning and get us out and get back at the bats. Mealy out of the stretch. Yentez with a large lead. And we have timeout called by Lloyd. Lloyd didn't like what was going on, so he called timeout to regroup. And now he's back at the plate. Runners on first and second. Mealy throws one and apparently just misses. Ball 1. A little inconsistency. So let's see what we have going on now. Runners at first and second. A 1-1 count now. 2 outs for the Knights. Mealy throws one in on the outside. Ball 2. A 2-1 count. Nobody warming up in either bullpen. Mealy out of the stretch. And again, one way outside. Called strike. A 2-2 count now for for Lloyd. Mealy out of the stretch, and the runner on first. Wells has a large lead, and they get Lloyd swinging to end that inning with the 3rd out. And we'll be back after this word from a few of our sponsors.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asks, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you.
And we're back, and the Knights still warming up. The Blackford Bruins with a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third. Coming back to the top of the lineup is going to be Shane Elam, followed by Braxton Strait, Caleb Mealy, and Dayton Dow. It doesn't look like the Knights have made any changes to their infield or their outfield, as they just went down for their to finish out their warm-up. A little bit of bullpen action for the Bruins. Jake Ross out there warming up. And again, Shane Elam up to bat. First pitch, a curveball, strike one. And that pitch drove right down to the left field, and he's going to get a base hit out of that one. That ball hit a nice line drive out to left by Shane Elam. And now up to bat, going to be number 2, Braxton Strait. Elam with a lead, extending it just to the cut. And he goes. And the catcher's got the ball with plenty of time. And Elam's going to be out. That's going to be the first out. Caught stealing. That's the first time the Knights have caught a Bruin stealing. Of course, I believe it's the first time we have stole. Maybe one other time in the first. But that's going to be the first out. And it's a 1-0 count now for Strait. Now 2-0 count. Not 3-0. 2-0 count. One out for the Bruins. And that pitch hits the outside corner for the first strike. So a 2-1 count now. And a score for the Lady Bruins across the way. 4-1. Top of the third. The Bruins are down. And that hit is deep left center field. And Strait's going to pull a double out of it. And the coach is holding him up at second for a nice hit for Strait.
Now batting for your Bruins, the pitcher number 10, Caleb Mealy.
So a double for Strait. Now brings up Mealy. And then on deck we're going to have Dayton Dow. So the cleanup with a chance for a 2-run RBI coming up if we could get Mealy on base. And the first pitch way outside and low for ball one. Top of the third, 1-0, Bruin lead, 1-0 count for Mealy, one out for the Bruins. Braxton Strait on second. Now the Knights with the pickoff move. And Braxton is going to be straight. Braxton is going to be safe. Not straight. He's still straight, but he'll be safe with that pickoff move. And the pitch comes in. Again, that all far outside pitch for strike one. A 1-1 count now. Barley with the pitch. Immediately just gets a hold of one. And he's trying to beat out the throw, but unsuccessful. However, he does move straight over the third. So 2 outs now for the Bruins. Dow on at the plate. And we've got Braxton Straight sitting over there on third, just ready to come in for the score. And the pitch comes in way outside, ball one. And a pitch, a curve ball in the dirt, ball two. And Straight again with a short lead off. And that pitch comes way outside for the third straight pitched ball. A 3-0 count now for Dow. Straight on third. Dow, his last at bat, grounded out to first base. And he takes that strike one. A 3-1 count now for Dow. And Dow hits one and fouls it off. Bringing the count to full now. 3-2 count for Dow. Bartley still your pitcher. Still out of the stretch. Dow hits one and it's riding down the first base line and the pitcher gives him the tag for the third out of the inning. So that's going to do it for the bottom of the third. And we'll be back right after this with your top of the fourth action.
Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
Locally owned Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straight's Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And we're back. Immediately comes into the top of the fourth with 4 strikeouts and 1 hit and 3 walks on the game. 1 was a hit batter. So it looks like we're still waiting on Straight to get his gear on and get out here. We still have Jake Ross out there warming up in the bullpen, and now some action from the Knights. Number 33, Clayton Wells, looks like he's out there in the bullpen as well. And Braxton throws down, and we're going to get started with number 28, Cam Ball, the third baseman, followed by Lucas Topliff and Logan Barley.
Leading off for the Knights, the third baseman, number 28, Cam Ball.
And the Bruins going back to their positions after giving Mealy some words of encouragement to start the inning. And Mealy still out of the windup. Pitches that one straight down for strike one. That pitch was straight down the pipe. Second pitch a little high, ball one. A 1-1 count now for Ball. And Mealy with the windup, and that one a little low, ball two. A 2-1 count now for Ball. Mealy still out of the windup, not taking much time in between pitches. And that pitch fouled straight back, strike two. A 2-2 count now for Ball. Straight handling the catching duties today, doing a fine job, as well as his predecessor out in short. And that's going to be strike three to end that at bat for Ball. So, as I was saying, his predecessor out at short, Drew Caldwell, the freshman, doing a fine job out there at shortstop. And now it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Mealy's going back to catcher. And it looks like Colton McNeil coming out, Jake Ross coming in. So as Ross gets a few of his warm-ups while Mealy changes over the catcher's gear, we'll have this word from a sponsor.
Foundation's Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
Locally owned, Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Strait, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And as we come back, Mealy finishing out his pitching duties with 4 strikeouts, 1 looking, the rest swinging. 2 walks, 1 hit batter, and 1 hit for the game. Not a bad day for the sophomore pitcher that's now pulling catching duties for the Bruins. And Jake Ross, now your pitcher. And it looks like Caldwell's going to move over to third, and Straight's going to be at shortstop in his normal position. And the umpire now calling for Ross's last pitch, this one that's coming up. And we'll get back to the action. So Ross coming in with 1 out. No runners on. And with number 25, Lucas Topliff, up to bat. Followed by Logan Barley, your pitcher for the Knights. Ross out of the windup. That pitch comes in high, ball 1. And it looks like your Bruin girls over there getting some hits on the softball field. I haven't got an update yet on that one, but that pitch comes in on Ross for a 2-0 count, and that's another one. That's a pitch right down the middle for strike 1. The first strikeout, or the first strike of Ross's tenure as the pitcher in this game. And that pitch comes in, and that one definitely hits the strike zone, strike 2. Ross with some velocity on those last 2 pitches. Gets them both in the strike zone for a 2-2 count. 1 out for the Knights. And that pitch, a change-up, hit down the third baseline. Caldwell handling it. and is unable to make the throw to first. And Topliff going to be safe on an error by Caldwell. So 1 out still for the Knights. You got a runner on first on an error by the freshman third baseman. Unable to keep the ball in his glove to make the throw, and the Knights beat it out. A short lead off by the Knights, and that pitch comes in the dirt for ball one. Up to bat is Logan Barley, followed by Alex Farr on deck. And Topliff with a short lead off. Not extending it out much, and that pitch comes in and hits the outside corner, strike one. A 1-1 count now for Barley. And we'll see if the Knights try to press their luck with this new catcher. And that is hit down the first baseline over to Cagle. Cagle able to make that play easy for the second out of the inning. However, the runner on first, Topliff, able to make it to second.
Now batting the first base, number 23, Alex Farr.
Now on second, so we have a runner on second for the Knights. 2 outs, down by 1. And up to bat, we've got number 23, Alex Farr, the first baseman today for the Knights. Topliff with a large lead out on second. And Ross hits the outside corner for strike one. Topliff getting a sizable lead out on second. Ross not giving it in, goes ahead and tries to throw down, and it looks like he got him, but just safe. So Topliff's just in there to be safe. Looked close out here. It was a good throw by Ross, a good play by Straight, and Ross goes ahead and delivers that pitch on the outside corners for strike two. An 0-2 count now for Farr. Farr, right? Yeah, Farr. Alex Farr, the first baseman. Lost my place there for a second. And Ross again turns around, and it looks like they got him this time. And then that's going to end that inning with a pickoff. A pickoff on that second base for the third out of the inning. And with that, we'll be back right after this.
The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koffels Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And we thank Danny at The Voice for his sponsorship, and it looks like we're still with Barley as your pitcher for the Knights. And we're going to have Blaine Riddle up to bat with that home run hit in the bottom of the second inning. Riddle with the only score of the game so far, 1-0 off of that home run out into deep left field. And a update on your Lady Bruins, 7-1 down in the fourth for the Lady Bruins. So not looking good over there on the softball field, but looking a lot better over here on the bigger diamond as the Bruins lead 1-0 over the Southwood Knights. Again, Blaine Riddle up to bat. Last at bat, throws one deep into left field. And Barley still out of the stretch, delivers that pitch, and Riddle line drives it right through the legs of Barley to get a base hit. And that ball went straight through Barley's legs to give Riddle the first base. And up to bat, we're going to have number 17, Jake Ross up to bat. Ross struck out swinging his last at-bat on that curveball way outside. Caught him reaching for it. And he tries to lay down a bunt and run for the first strike. Both players, the catcher and Ross, getting their calls. And Barley with the pickoff move, catches Riddle out there, not able to get back, and that's going to be the first out of this half inning. So 0-1 count now for Ross, 1 out for the Bruins. Barley puts one on the outside again, strike 2. An 0-2 count now for Ross. Again, his last at-bat. Took one swinging, reaching for a pitch that was way outside and wasn't able to make contact with it. Barley still out of the stretch. Delivers the pitch. Another one on the outside, but in the dirt. Ball 1. Fan base looking okay here for the Bruins. About 30, maybe 40 for the Bruins, and about 30 for the Southwood Knights. About 20 to 30 for the Southwood Knights. And that curveball comes in. Ross able to hit it over to third, and that ball is going to be overthrown and going to give Ross first base. So an error on the third baseman gives Ross the hit here, and now we're going to have the freshman, Drew Caldwell, up to bat. Caldwell grounded out to second his last at-bat, and it looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Ross, the sophomore, number 7, Isaac Justice.
Now batting for Bruins, the shortstop number 1, Drew Caldwell.
Justice with a short lead off, only about 6 feet. About halfway between the base and the cut. Barley checking the sign, looking at Isaac. Now delivering nope, he's going to try the pickoff move, and Isaac back with no problem.
Courtesy laying at first base is number 7, Isaac Justice.
Justice extending it out only by about a foot. And the pitch is delivered, and the bunt pulled back, strike 1. Caldwell squared up, but pulled it back as the ball came straight down the middle for strike 1. And that pitch way on the outside, but Caldwell able to get a piece of it and foul it off. An 0-2 count now for Caldwell. Justice still out on first. Extending his lead just a little bit more. And Barley with a pitch way outside, ball 1. A 1-2 count now for Caldwell. 1 out for the Bruins with a 1-0 lead. Isaac Justice on first with a short lead off. Caldwell at bat. Barley tries the pickoff move, and Justice is there waiting on the ball. Barley out of the stretch, throws that pitch in, and it's high and outside, ball 2. 2-2 count now for Caldwell. Justice still out on first. The pitch comes in, a curveball, and Caldwell just able to get a piece of it to keep himself at bat. 2-2 count, 1 out for the Bruins. That pitch comes in, another outside, ball 3. A 3-2 count now for Caldwell, who started off this at-bat with an 0-2 count. Now takes and brings it to full with that third called ball. Now Barley with the pitch, and Drew grounds one to first, and the first baseman able to make a nice backhanded grab to get the second out of the inning. So that's 2 outs now for the Bruins. Justice out on second. And up to bat, number 23, Tyler Cagle. Justice out on second. Getting a lead, extending it ever so slightly. Nobody there, and that pitch in the dirt for ball 1. One-0 count now for Cagle. 2 outs for the Bruins, who have a 1-0 lead over the Knights. A home run shot into left field by Blaine Riddle. Barley with the pitch on the outside, ball 2. A 2-0 count now for the Bruins. 2 outs. Justice on second, extending a lead. Not much of a lead. That pitch comes in. Another one. Oh my goodness. On the inside of the left-handed batter's box, another strike is called. A 2-1 count now for Cagle. And catches him swinging. And that ball off the catcher's gear, and Justice makes his way to third base. So now a 2-2 count for Cagle, and Ugan is going to call a timeout and talk to his senior. And it looks like the catcher is going to walk out to the mound and talk to his pitcher as well. Stop by Food and Fuel Marathon on North Walnut Street for fuel for your car and fuel for you. Lunch available Monday through Friday. Biscuits and gravy Monday through Saturday, and Poppy's Extreme Donuts daily. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. And make sure you get in there on Thursdays. Tomorrow, they're going to have their Coney dogs, and I'm telling you what, they are delicious. And that pitch comes in the dirt, ball 3. A full count now for the senior, Tyler Cagle. Looking to get a base hit, score that run on third, which I haven't changed because I keep forgetting. And that pitch, another ball, and Cagle's going to take his base over on first. So Cagle, the first walk of this inning. Bringing up to bat the lefty, number 5, Charlie Cranston. Runners on the corner now. And the Knights calling a quick timeout, calling a little play on the infield. Cranston, his last at-bat, struck out swinging. And swing and a miss, strike 1. Cranston addressing the plate. That pitch way on the outside. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Another strike call, and that one from up here looked like it was well outside. The catcher actually had to move to catch the ball, but still called strike. And Cagle advances to second on the pitch, but the catcher fakes the throw to second and almost gets Justice out on third. However, the third baseman unable to make the catch. And another pitch on the outside, ball 1. This umpire not afraid to call pitches that are not across the plate, that are well outside. So the Bruins need to move in and extend that bat out to the outside because the Knights are trying to take advantage of those outside calls. A 2-2 count now for Cranston. 2 outs for the Bruins who have a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the 4th. And that pitch comes in the dirt, ball 3. And now a full count, and the catcher calling timeout and going out and talking to his pitcher, and Coach Ugan talking to Cranston about his at-bat that he's got going on here. So runners on second and third, both in scoring position. If Cranston can put this one in play, we have the possibility of scoring 2, but more than likely at least scoring 1 on a base hit. So we just need to put this ball in play just enough to get Isaac scoring and keep Cranston on first. So Barley looking in for the pitch call. The pitch comes in, and it's a fastball right down the middle. Gets Charlie swinging for the 3rd out of the inning. And we'll be back after this word.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asked, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
And we're back as Mealy goes ahead and calls for the last pitch of the warm-ups. And I know we just had an ad from Clear Choice Chiropractic, but I'm pretty sure I seen a Facebook ad that called for them to be off for the rest of the week, coming back on Monday. So go in there on Monday and get your adjustment. And the score for the Lady Bruins across the way is 8-1. Down by 7 in the 5th. So the Lady Bruins losing by a score of 8-1 in the bottom of the 5th. And Jake Ross, your pitcher, puts one in high, but gets Alex Farr reaching. Alex coming back after Toplift. After Toplift caught in a pickoff move from Ross, and that foul ball called just foul. It looked like it hit the line, but the umpire definitely calls foul ball and stops the play. So now an 0-2 count now for Farr. Ross puts one in there high, ball 1. And that curveball just hit by Farr over to Riddle. Riddle able to make the play to get the first out of the inning. So a ground out to second base is going to give the Bruins their first out. And up to bat, we're going to have number 2, Tanner Hartley. Hartley, his last at bat, flew out to right field. Looking to change his luck at with this new pitcher, Jake Ross. Ross with the wind-up delivers the pitch just on the outside corner, strike 1. And Ross with another looked to be either a changeup or another curve to get Hartley swinging for strike two. Ross with another curveball, and Hartley fouls it off to stay in the at bat. And the pitch comes in, a swing and a miss, and Hartley goes down swinging for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the center fielder, number 14, Carson.
2 outs now for the Knights. Up to bat, number 14, Carson Rich. Rich struck out looking his last at bat. Ross throws one down the middle, and Rich fouls it off, strike one. Ross with an outside pitch, ball one. That pitch was a little outside and high. A 1-1 count now for Rich. 2 outs for the Knights, and that curveball hits in the strike zone for strike two. A 1-2 count now for Rich. 2 outs for the Knights, and Ross doing a fantastic job. That ball high. Ball two. 2-2 count now for Rich. Ross leading the Bruins with the best ERA with, I want to say it was in the 6s. I can't remember. I looked at it earlier and forgot to write it down as he brings the count to full. Still out of the windup. That pitch straight down the middle and gets Rich looking again for the third out of the inning. And we'll be back after this word from our sponsor.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you. Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
And we're back as Ross finished out that half inning. And the Bruins looking really well with a 1-0 lead over the Southwood Knights. Ross comes in the middle of the fourth and has a put out, a ground out, another ground out in the fifth, and 2 strikeouts to end the fifth inning for the Knights. And so in the bottom of the fifth here, we're going to be coming up with the top of the lineup yet again for the Bruins, with number 8, Shane Elam, then Braxton Strait, Caleb Mealy, and Dayton Dow as your cleanup. And as the Knights finish warming up, we'll talk about Strait's Drywall and Paint LLC with 30 years of experience. Jeff and Aubrey Strait, owners of Strait's Drywall and Paint LLC, can help you with any project you have, from commercial and residential remodel to new construction. Give your home that new touch of color. Give them a call at 765-499-9416. And don't forget to follow them on Facebook. And we thank Strait's Drywall and Paint LLC and all of our other sponsors. And please make sure that you're going out and talking to them and tell them that you really appreciate that they're making this possible for your Bruin athletic department. We will cover baseball, softball, but baseball will take the priorities. We'll catch as many softball games as we can. During football season, we'll do all the football games, both home and away, and maybe throw in some girls and boys soccer throughout the week to round out those weeks as well, and then followed by girls and boys basketball. So as we get this inning started, Elam takes some chin music from the new pitcher for the Knights, number 33, Clayton Wells, now pitching out of the windup. Takes 2 straight pitches inside, a 2-0 count now for Elam. Wells out of the windup, delivers that pitch, another high one for ball 3. 3 straight pitches, 3 straight ball calls for Wells. Not a good start for the young man. Elam now approaching the plate again for his 4th pitch of the inning. And he gets the walk. Elam with his first walk of the game. At the bat, number 2, Braxton Strait, the shortstop, who relinquished the catching duties back to Caleb Mealy, who will be on deck. Wells now out of the stretch. And Elam with a lead off, making his way out to about the cut of the infield. And what a wild pitch. Strait had to duck to keep from getting hit, and Elam makes his way to second base fairly easy. Wells with not the start that he was looking for. 5 straight pitches, 5 straight balls. 1 passed ball, which allowed Elam to extend his lead out to second base, and his 5th pitch coming in, or his 6th pitch now coming in as a high, ball 2 for Strait. So 6 straight pitches, 6 straight balls for the Knights pitcher. And a step off, and he tries the pick-off move, but Elam able to make it back. Elam now getting his lead, extending it. And Strait tries to lay down the bunt, but gets the first strike call because he fouls it off. And now Coach Ugan calling a quick timeout and bringing his batter over for a little chat. So the catcher for the Knights goes ahead and talks to his pitcher. A 2-1 count now for Strait. Wells is your pitcher for the Knights. Elam with a lead. Not a very large one. Extending it as Wells comes set. And he goes, and that pitch is in the dirt. And Elam is able to stand up as he goes to third. So that's a 3-1 count now for Strait. And Wells is unable to find the strike zone. And the catcher for the Knights goes ahead and calls another timeout to give some more encouraging words to the pitcher. So out of 8 pitches, 7 have been balls, 1 strike call. And here we go, 3-1 count. Elam with a small lead out on third, and that pitch was in the dirt for ball 4, giving Strait the walk. So 2 straight batters that Wells has faced, both walked, and now up to bat, Caleb Mealy, followed by Dayton Dow, as the catcher calls a play to his infield. Straight looking to increase to second base. No outs for the Bruins. All Mealy has to do is put one in play here. And he's squaring up the bunt. And that pitch way outside. And Straight goes ahead and takes second base. So we have ball one now. 1-0 count for Mealy. As the infield corners move in. Mealy takes a curveball, ball 2. A 2-0 count now, and we have a timeout by the Knights to talk to their pitcher, and we'll be back.
Locally owned, Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Straight, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straight's Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straight's Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And we're back as the Knights finish up their chat with the young man out on the with the young man out on the mound, Clayton Wells. Runners on the second and third for the Bruins. You have Elam on third, Straight on second, Mealy up to bat with a 2-0 count. No outs for the Bruins. Bruins with a 1-0 lead, and that pitch just hits the outside corner for the first strike. A 2-1 count now for Mealy. Wells just finding the strike zone for his second strike of the inning. And that pitch comes in high and inside, ball 3. A 3-1 count now for Mealy. No outs for the Bruins. Straight on second. Elam on third. 1-0 lead. And that pitch again outside, loading the bases up for the cleanup, Dayton Dow. Dow grounded out to first both of his at-bats. Coach Ugan telling him to calm down, take his time, find his pitch, and drive one so that we can increase this lead. Riddle on deck. And Wells, the pitcher, that curveball comes in straight to second base. Caught Mealy out there trying to go, and that's a double play pulled by the Knights. And Dow flies out to second base for the first out. Mealy was going to run and didn't realize that the ball was caught and gets caught out there on first base. So now runners on second and third. And we have a balk called by the Knights, and that's going to increase the Bruin lead now to 2-0. And it looks like, yeah, there we go. A 2-0 lead now for the Bruins. 2 outs. Runner on third is Straight. Riddle up to bat, and Riddle takes one high and inside, ball 1. A 1-0 count now for Riddle. 2 outs for the Bruins with a 2-0 lead. Straight on third, and that pitch right down the middle, and Riddle with a long, deep drive just inside of the foul line out into left field, and he pulls a double out of that one. What a nice shot by Riddle. A double for the senior. That ball landed about 2 feet, maybe a foot and a half inside the fair territory. So the Bruins now extend their lead to 3-0 over the Knights in the bottom of the 5th. Jake Ross up to bat looking to keep the 2-out rally going. And he takes one and shot to right center. The center fielder unable to make the play, and Rue rounding third and coming home to increase to 4-0. A great shot by Ross, the center fielder for the Knights, unable to make the catch. A diving try, just barely misses his glove. And now we've got a quick timeout, and Ross is going to be replaced with Isaac Justice out on first. So 2 outs now for the Bruins. Drew Caldwell, the freshman, up to bat. Isaac Justice out on first, running for Jake Ross. The Bruins with a 4-0 lead over the Knights, rallying here late in the 5th. And that pitch high and inside, looks like a foul ball. Caldwell did not bring the bat down. The ball hit off the bat. Therefore, it will be a foul ball, an 0-1 count on a high pitch. The freshman not quite sure what he needed to do with his bat, apparently. Was unable to get the bat pulled down and out of the way of that pitch. So a foul ball called, and he fouls one off here for an 0-2 count. Justice looking like he was going to go ahead for the steal. And Justice with a short lead, not much to it. Caldwell up to the plate. Wells looking in for the sign, out of the stretch. Delivers the pitch, and it's in the dirt. And Justice is going. And the catcher, unable to make the throw in time, allows Justice to go to second. And now a 1-2 count for Caldwell. Justice with the running duties for Jake Ross with that shot into shallow right field earlier. And Caldwell with a shot to left center is down, and they're waving Justice on, and they're trying to make a play at home, and Justice is safe, and Caldwell extending his single out into a double. So the Bruins on a 2-out rally now, up by 5-0 with 2 outs. Tyler Cagle up to bat. Caldwell now on second after that single extended to a double on the throw when they tried to get Isaac Justice out at home, which they had no chance of doing. And Cagle hits one up the center, and the shortstop, unable to make the play, hits the ball into the outfield, and Caldwell rounding third, coming home. The Bruins now extending their lead 6-0 with Cagle's single up the middle. Like I said, the shortstop unable to make the play. It's going to be an error on the shortstop to extend the Bruin lead by 6. And it looks like the Bruins are going to make a change in the lineup, and they're going to bring in the big senior, number 24, Dylan Thomas. So Thomas coming in the bottom of the 5th with the Bruins 6-0 lead. And he takes that pitch, grounds it to third. The third baseman able to make the handle and make the throw to first to get the third out of the inning. The Bruins with a 6-0 lead. A great inning for the Bruins. And we'll be back to see if the Southwood Knights have any answer.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asked, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
And we're back here at Bruin Field. The Bruins just finishing up their warm-ups. And the Bruins with a 6-0 lead in the top of the sixth over the Southwood Knights. And an update on the girls softball across the way. 12-1 in the bottom of the sixth. So the Bruins need 11 runs to stay in the game over there. And the first pitch is a grounder over to Drew Caldwell, the third baseman. And he makes the throw to first to get the first out of the inning. And it looks like we were at the top of the lineup for the Knights. So that was Mason Yentes, and up to bat we're going to have number 33, your pitcher, Clayton Wells. And the first pitch, a bunt, goes foul for strike one. So an 0-1 count now on the Knights pitcher, Clayton Wells.
Now batting the pitcher number 33, Clayton Wells.
Ross, still your pitcher, out of the windup. Pitch comes in and hits the outside corner, strike two. Wells was left on base his last at-bat and caught stealing his first at-bat. And that pitch way outside and in the dirt. Ball one. A 1-2 count now. The Knights have a little action in the bullpen. And Wells goes down with a check swing for the second out of the inning. And it looks like it was number 28, Cam Ball, out in the bullpen. So the Bruins with a 6-0 lead in the top of the sixth. And the first pitch for number 11, Gabe Lloyd, was way outside. Ball one. I'm sorry, not strike one. So used to calling strikes on those outside pitches that I tried to give him one. And the second pitch again, ball two. 2-0 count now for Lloyd. Ross with the third pitch, and Lloyd fouls one off behind the booth, a 2-1 count. On deck will be number 28, Cam Ball, who was warming up just a few minutes ago in the bullpen. Ross with the wind up and gets him on the change-up swinging, strike two. And it looks like the girls' Lady Bruins softball is over. I'm guessing the score to that game going to be a 12-1 loss by the Bruins. And Ross with his fifth pitch with this at-bat gets another change-up, ball three. The count is full now for Lloyd. Lloyd has struck out both times he's up to bat and actually gets the walk this time. Lloyd making it to first on a walk. Ross's first walk since taking over pitching duties from Mealy. Has struck out three now. That's his first walk. His first runner on base at all. And tries the pickoff move. And Lloyd was safe. So Cam Ball up to bat. Takes the first pitch way inside. And that's going to give Ball second base. Mealy unable to handle that pitch. A little wild. Lets it go back to the fence. And Lloyd able to extend to second base. Ross out of the stretch. That pitch straight down the middle, a swing and a miss, strike one. 1-1 count now for Ball. Lloyd still on second, extending a lead. Not a very large lead. And Ross with the changeup gets him swinging and a miss for strike two. A 1-2 count now for Ball. Ross, still the pitcher, out of the stretch. 2 outs on the Knights. Down by 6, and that pitch straight down the middle. A swing fouled off to stay in this at bat. Still a 1-2 count for the Knights. 2 outs for the Knights. 6-0 lead for the Bruins. And that one gets him swinging for the third out of the inning. And we'll be back after this
While
word.
filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two. Available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you. Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
Locally owned Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Strait, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And we're back here in the bottom of the 6th. The Bruins with a 6-0 lead over the Southwood Knights. And again, the Bruins come up with the top of the lineup. Number 8, Shane Elam, followed by Braxton Strait, Caleb Mealy in the cleanup, Dayton Dow. The Bruins scoring 5 in that last inning in the bottom of the 5th, looking to extend their lead here again in the top of the 6th. Elam now approaching the plate. Clayton Wells, still your pitcher for the Knights. Everything looks to be about the same. I can't really read the numbers on the uniforms out in the outfield, so I don't know if they've made any changes out there. And Wells readjusting. Now comes set, delivers the pitch, and it's high and inside, getting Elam to move out of the way. Ball 1. A 1-0 count now for Shane. That pitch, another one, high and inside, ball 2. 2 straight pitches now for Clayton Wells, both called balls. And that one down on the inside corner, strike 1. And Elam drives one out to left field down the third base line. Ugan waving him on to second and having him stand up on second. So a double by Elam to start off the bottom of the 6th for the Bruins. And now Braxton Strait looking to start this over like we did in the last inning. Elam now with a lead, not very big. And straight drives one to shortstop. The shortstop bobbles the throw. Drop bobbles it, and the umpire calls straight safe at first while Elam extends his base to third. Elam right in front of the shortstop after the ball went by, and the shortstop tried to get the easy out instead of getting the lead runner. So now Blackford has runners on the corners. Straight and Elam yet again. And Mealy up to bat takes his first pitch, strike one. And Straight tries to steal second and gets caught for the first out of the inning. So 1 out now for the Bruins, an 0-1 count now for Mealy. The Bruins up by 6-0 in the bottom of the sixth. And that pitch comes in, another one high and inside, ball one. 1-1 count now for Mealy. Elam still on third. 1 out for the Bruins, 6-0 lead. That pitch comes in and just hits the inside corner, strike two. 1-2 count now for Mealy. 1 out for the Bruins, who lead by 6. And that pitch off Mealy's bat, unable to get it down. And that's going to be another foul ball that should have been a ball call. But our batters not bringing the bats down fast enough to get out of the way and getting the foul ball. A 1-2 count now for Mealy. 1 out. And that pitch down the middle, line drive to third. Mealy trying to beat out the throw, and the third baseman throws it wild. Mealy extending it to second, while Elam walks into third. So Mealy able to make it to second on an overthrow by the shortstop. The shortstop bobbles the play in the beginning. And now up to bat, we're going to have number 13, the senior left-handed pitcher / outfielder, Dayton Dow. And it looks like we're going to have a runner, Brecken Melton, in for Caleb Mealy with 1 out. And Dow, his last 3 at-bats, grounded out to third and grounded out to first. And flew out to second base and now drives one over to second base on a grounder for the easy out. So Brecken Melton now on third, and Blaine Riddle up to bat. Blaine now 2 for 2. I'm sorry. Blaine is now 2 for 3 on at-bats. And takes one inside for ball one. So 2 outs now for the Bruins. A 1-0 count now for Riddle. Brecken Melton on third. And I have yet to put that score up from Shane Elam to extend the lead 7-0 over the Knights. A 2-0 count now for Riddle. That pitch another one high and inside, ball 3. 3 straight pitched balls for Clayton Wells. Riddle now with a 3-0 count. Brecken Melton on third. 2 outs for the Bruins, who lead by 7. And another. Oh! That pitch just hits the inside corner, giving Riddle a 3-1 count. 2 outs. And that one down the middle, and Riddle pops one up. And nobody able to make the play. So a full count now for Riddle. The right fielder tried to make the play, ends up running into the gate that allows the lawn crew in. Taking a bit of a breather, and now gets back into position and he looks like he's going to be just fine. So full count now for Riddle. 2 of 3 on the evening. The pitch comes in, and he gets hit. So Riddle, hit by the pitch, now brings up Ross, and the Knights have called a timeout, and it looks like they're going to have a change of pitcher. So we'll be back right after this.
The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Coffle's Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And we're back, and the Knights decide not to make a pitch and change, staying with their pitcher, Clayton Wells. Up to bat for the Bruins, we're going to have Jake Ross, and it looks like we're going to bring in a runner for Riddle, number 3, Brandon Apple. Brandon Apple, the junior for the Bruins, getting the varsity running duties for Blaine Riddle. Runners on the corner now for the Bruins. Apple running for Riddle on first, Melton running for Mealy on third, and Jake Ross up to bat. Ross, for his last 3, struck out his first at-bat, got on an error on the third baseman his second, and got a single on his third at-bat, able to come in and score a run. And now the count 1-0 with an outside and low pitch by Wells. A 1-0 count now, 2 outs for the Bruins, up by 7. That pitch comes in and hits Ross right in the upper rib cage, allowing him to take first. And it looks like we're going to possibly get a runner for Ross as well. That one could not have felt very well. So runners now, bases loaded for the Bruins, and we've got Isaac Justice coming in to pull running duty for Jake Ross. Up to bat, the freshman, Drew Caldwell. Drew, the last time, if you'll remember, had that pitch foul that was high and inside, hit off the bat for a foul ball call, and that pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Drew also grounded out to second, grounded out to first, and got a base hit with his last at bat. Again, bases loaded, a 1-0 count now for Caldwell, and that pitch inside somehow manages to hit the strike zone, even though the catcher his mitt was all the way over on the inside of the batter's box. And that pitch a little high and outside, ball 2. A 2-1 count now for Caldwell. 2 outs for the Bruins, who lead by 7. Runners, bases loaded, and that pitch in the dirt for ball 3. A 3-1 count now for Caldwell. Wells struggling here late in the 6th inning. 3-1 count, bases loaded. And Caldwell smashes one into center field, and that's going to score 1. And Ugan holds up the runner on first, or on third. So bases still loaded now, and Kyle Price is in for Cagle. So the umpire is talking to the pitcher. I did not catch what happened there. Bases loaded now for the Bruins. Kyle Price first at bat with 2 outs, and that pitch comes in way inside, ball 1. The Bruins have Shane Elam warming up in the bullpen. Wells pitches one in, and that one just missing the strike zone, maybe a little high, ball 2. A 2-0 count now for Price, bases loaded, 2 outs, an 8-0 lead for the Bruins. And that pitch, just a little low, but catches the strike zone for a 2-1 count. 2-1 for Price, 2 outs for the Bruins, 8-0 lead, bases loaded, and that pitch way high and inside for ball 3. A 3-1 count now for Price. 2 outs for the Bruins with an 8-0 lead. And Wells still the pitcher and throws one way outside, giving the walk. A 9-0 lead now for the Bruins. Bases still loaded. Charlie Cranston, and it looks like the Knights are going to call a timeout and definitely make a pitching change this time. And we'll be back after this.
Dr. Malia Robertson of Clear Choice Chiropractic asked, do you suffer from neck pain while working, or do migraines keep you from enjoying your day? Do you have to take pain pills just to function? Does your baby cry constantly for no apparent reason? And most importantly, do you remember the last day you were pain-free? You don't have to live with these frustrations. The doctors at Clear Choice Chiropractic have many techniques to relieve the symptoms of neck and back pain, headaches, stiff joints, colic, earaches, and many other symptoms. Call for your appointment with Dr. Malia Robertson at Clear Choice Chiropractic, 765-329-5044. That's 329-5044. And take back your life and enjoy living pain-free. Located at 1501 North Walnut Street in Hartford City. Open Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesdays, 3 to 6 p.m. Thursdays, 3 to 7 p.m. Closed Saturdays and Sundays. Clear Choice Chiropractic. We've got your back.
While filling your car's fuel tank at Food and Fuel Marathon, fill your body's fuel tank too. Monday through Friday, grab a chicken or tenderloin sandwich, or have out a burger and potato wedges, or onion chips, mozzarella cheese sticks, and Bosco breadsticks. If biscuits and gravy are your thing, they're available every Monday through Saturday morning until they're gone. And you'll have to grab a Poppy's Extreme donut or two, available daily. Food and Fuel Marathon, 1621 North Walnut Street, Hartford City. Open Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Food and Fuel Marathon, fueling your vehicle and you.
And the Knights have made a pitching change. It looks like they're giving him maybe one more pitch before they call it quits. And they're going with number 28, Cam Ball, for the pitching duties. And yes, that was his last one. And like I said before, up to bat, we're going to have number 5, Charlie Cranston. Charlie struck out swinging both times he's been up to bat. And now with bases loaded, takes his first pitch, strike 1. So an 0-1 count now. The Bruins with a 9-0 lead, 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. And Charlie swing and a miss, strike 2. Bases still loaded for the Bruins. 0-2 now on Cranston, and he gets one. And the shortstop unable to make the play, keeps it in front of him and hurries up and gets the out at second. So again, another very solid inning by the Bruins, scoring 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, and we'll be back with the top of the 7th after this.
Foundations Building Material is proud to support Blackford High School athletics. Foundation Building Material is your local building materials distributor in East Central Indiana. Our promise to our customers is to do business with integrity and honesty and strive to be the best every day. And never forget, we work for you, our customers. We are founded on principle and built on purpose. Distributors of drywall, steel studs, Armstrong ceiling, and insulation. Call Aaron Farrell, 260-471-2181. Foundations Building Materials.
Locally owned, Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC, owned by Jeff and Aubrey Strait, have 30 years of experience in commercial and residential painting and drywall finishing. Straits Drywall and Paint can do anything from new construction to remodels. Does your home need a new touch of color inside or out? Call Jeff or Aubrey at 765-499-9416 for a free quote. Straits Drywall and Paint, LLC. Insured painters with the professional skills necessary to complete your project on time and within budget.
And we're back, and the Bruins have made a pitch and change as well. They're going with the junior Shane Elam to close out the game. And the Bruins with a 9-0 lead in the top of the seventh. If they can get 3 outs here quick, they'll hold on to this win and increase their record to 4-3 on the season after going 0-3. So winning their last 4 games if they can pull this out. And Elam with his first pitch comes high for ball 1. Up to bat for the Knights, number 25, Lucas Topliff. Topliff looks like he grounded out to third base and was put out by Jake Ross in the 4th inning. And Elam's second pitch comes in, ball 2. A 2-0 count now for Topliff. And that pitch just misses the strike zone for ball 3. That one looked straight down the middle. It had to be just a little bit more than belt high, but it looked belt high from where I'm sitting. And that's 4 straight pitches, 4 straight balls for Elam, giving Topliff the first base.
Now batting number 31, Logan Barley.
Up to bat, number 31, Logan Barley. No outs. Elam now out of the stretch. Takes that first pitch and finds that outside strike zone for an 0-1 count. Barley hit by the pitch his first at-bat, grounded out to first his second. This just his third at-bat, and Elam takes one outside and low for ball 1. A 1-1 count now for Barley. Runner on first is Topliff. Topliff with a very shallow lead, and Barley flies one, and it's going to be down. But they missed the Cranston. Apparently didn't realize there was a runner that was held up at first, was getting ready to throw the ball into the infield, but realizes it and then makes a bad throw, and Braxton Strait unable to make the catch to get the easy force out at second. So just an all-around bad play for the Bruins, and Elam with another pitch that was a ball. Still a 9-0 lead for the Bruins, but now we have runners on first and second for the Knights. No outs. And a swing and a miss gets the first strike call for number 23, Alex Farr. Farr struck out looking and grounded out to second, both at-bats. And that pitch drove to right field, and Cranston able to make the play with an underhand grab this time for the first out of the inning. So Farr with the first out of the inning. Up to bat, Tanner Hartley. Hartley flew out to right field his last at-bat and struck out swinging, flew out to right field his first at-bat and struck out swinging his last at-bat. And now Elam driving Topliff back to second base. Topliff and Barley still on first and second. Elam with the pitch high and inside. Ball 1. A 1-0 count now for for Hartley. And that pitch straight down the middle, strike 1. A swing and a miss by Hartley. On deck, we're going to have Carson Rich. And that's another pitch right down the middle for strike 2 on Hartley. Hartley now with a 1-2 count, 1 out for the Knights. A 9-0 lead by the Bruins. And that third pitch is fouled straight back to my location to stay in this battle. Elam now out of the stretch, delivers the pitch, and that one's in the dirt for ball 2. A 2-2 count now for Hartley. Runners still on first and second, Topliff and Barley. Elam with the look, out of the stretch, delivers, and that's down the middle, and Hartley able to foul it off to stay in this at bat. A 2-2 count now for Hartley. 1 out on the Knights. Elam delivers another one, and Hartley fouls it off. Hartley battling out this at-bat, trying to stay in it, trying to get the Knights some kind of momentum to come back from a 9-0 deficit. Runners on first and second. That pitch straight down the middle, and Mealy tries to get the put out at first base, and Cagle able to stop it, but Hartley goes down swinging for the second out. That ball looked like it hopped up and hit Cagle in the jaw, but Cagle smiling and laughing it off, and he looks to be okay. 2 outs now for the Knights. 9-0 lead for the Bruins in the top of the 7th. And Rich at bat went down looking both of his at bats. Takes the first pitch, a curveball, just missing the strike zone for ball 1. Elam again, set, delivers the pitch straight down the middle, strike 1. Rich checks his swing, wanted it, but decided not to, thinking it was outside. It was a little on the outside corner. And that pitch way outside, ball 2. The umpire tonight been calling everything down, both the batter's box white lines, some even inside of those lines, strikes. And Elam tries for the put out at first, but holds on to it. A 2-1 count now for Rich. That pitch on the inside goes past Mealy. Mealy unable to even get to it. And the runners extend to second and third now. So 3-1 count for Rich. Runners on second and third now on the wild pitch. And Elam throws one and gets Rich swinging for strike 2. Now full count for Rich. Elam out of the stretch, delivers the pitch, and that's inside and going to give him the walk. Now bases loaded for the Knights. Bases loaded for the Knights. 2 outs, down by 9, back to the top of their lineup with Mason Yates. Mason walked his first at-bat, got a single his second at-bat, and grounded out to third last inning. Elam now out of the windup, takes first pitch, and Mealy tries to throw out the runner at first, unable to get him, and I believe that pitch was called a strike for an 0-1 count. Yentez now with a 1-1 count. 1-1 count, 2 outs for the Knights, bases loaded, down by 9 in the top of the 7th. And that pitch down the middle fouled straight back for strike 2. Now a 1-2 count for Yentez. Elam out of the windup and delivers a curveball way inside and high for ball 2. A 2-2 count now for Elam. Elam still delivering out of the windup with 2 outs, a 9-0 lead. And that pitch is delivered, and that's going to be a base hit to right field, and it's going to score just 1. So the Knights not trying to press their luck with that one. Gets the base hit out into right field. And now we're going to have Clayton Wells up to bat, the pitcher for the Knights.
Now batting number 33, Clayton Wells.
And the Knights have started a comeback with 1 run. Now the Knights only down by 8, and that pitch high and inside, ball 1. A 1-0 count for Wells. Wells was your starting shortstop. And that ball pitch fouled off. Mealy trying to make the play. And just misses it by about a foot. And Wells is not your pitcher. He was the pitcher who was replaced by Cam Ball, who is not up to bat. But had Mealy seen that ball was still going to be in bounds, that could have been a nice play to end the game for the Bruins. But yet here we are with a 1-1 count now, 2 outs. And that pitch on the outside, and Wells flies to left field, and Dow out there to make the play. And that's going to end the game, and we'll be back after this word.
The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper is your hometown newspaper with a staff that takes great pride in covering local community events in Hartford City and Montpelier. Available at newsstands in Hartford City at Needler's Fresh Market, Food and Fuel, John's Service Station, Northside Florist, and in Montpelier at Koffels Family Market, Carrie's Restaurant, and Charlie's Sunoco, with more locations coming soon. The Voice of Blackford County is published every Tuesday with a cost of only $1 or a yearly subscription for $35. You'll find school-related events, obituaries, public records info, church news, community calendar, and so much more. Contact Danny at 765-251-4903 or Ann at 765-330-4842. The Voice of Blackford County Community Newspaper. Local news about local people.
And we're back with a little bit of post-game information. It looks like the Bruins, between the 3 pitchers, Caleb Mealy, Jake Ross, and Shane Elam, ended the game with 9 strikeouts. And I believe only 2 actual recorded hits. The Bruins, about the same, able to make contact with the ball in the beginning of the game, but just not able to do much with it. However, in the bottom of the 5th and bottom of the 6th innings, able to score a total combined 8 runs in just those 2 innings, batting completely through the lineup, both the 5th and 6th innings, for a 9-1 win over the Southwood Knights. And again, as I've said many times before on all the other live streams, I do appreciate you guys tuning in to Voice Action Sports on YouTube and giving us a follow. And please, again, tell the sponsors when you see them and when you frequent their businesses that you do appreciate what they do for you to be able to sit at home and watch these games, even though you may be miles away and unable to make them, or you're just out of town, or you're just a family member. Don't hesitate to give these guys a call or send them a letter saying thank you for making this possible. And on that note, thank you for tuning in.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.